Hi, everyone. Welcome. It's Wednesday's show, and it's on the 29th day of May this time around. It's been a stormy day that has, as you may have heard by now, has resulted in one death in eastern Kentucky as a result of what appears to have been straight line winds in Prestonsburg, Floyd County. We'll hear from Mayor Les Stapleton in a phone interview that I just did a few moments ago, and we'll tell you everything we can about that situation. Now, I also have other headlines that we will be covering tonight, including a police chase last night in vehicle and on foot. The suspect still at large, says the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. We also have more information on a fire, or first information on a fire that destroyed possibly a few structures in Paintsville earlier today, definitely destroying and completely leveling a warehouse workshop type facility of a Johnson County man. We'll also hear from one of the firemen from the W.R. Castle Department about what is believed to have caused that fire and how it was at least a 4-alarm fire earlier today that they responded to. I do have some good news, and I'll hold that off towards the latter part of the program, and that comes in lieu of coverage of last night's Senior Awards Night at the McGoffin County High School. Now, with all of these prior mentioned breaking news stories, we may or may not at this point, it's yet to be determined, forego tonight's community calendar. Your forecast might be just an abbreviated one at that, simply a wait and see situation. There's a lot of this information coming in just literally before sitting down behind the desk and as of airtime. So please bear with me for the next half hour. But first, let's go to Prestonsburg, sadly, where the coroner's office there has confirmed one death, and Mayor Les Stapleton of Prestonsburg confirms to us that the roof was blown off of the Hawk Shop, a pawn shop building, around 2:30 or so this afternoon. This is a 3-story building with a huge amount of debris, the roof and some other portions of the top of the structure being blown down onto the street, and on top of, so far we think, 4 cars down below. 3 of those cars did not suffer serious damage, and no one inside of those vehicles were hurt. However, there was a 4th vehicle that contained 2 people inside, the driver and a passenger. That passenger got out and was unharmed. However, the driver, still yet to be identified pending the notification of next of kin, was pronounced dead at the scene as a result of his injuries. Now, this was part of a storm system that tore through Prestonsburg, downing trees, causing power outages, and leaving a lot of destruction, and the one death, sadly, behind. Here's the mayor.
Well, we had a severe thunderstorm with straight line winds. It blew a roof off of a building, which landed on top of a car that was passing by. There is one fatality involved with it. We had numerous other trees down throughout town. We have about 500 to 600, maybe as many as 800 people who do not have power. AEP and Big Sandy RECC are in town trying to get everything hooked back up as quickly as we can. We have our fire department, police department, parks department, public works, AT&T, AEP, Big Sandy RECC. We have them all out working right now, trying to get the roads cleared and try to get all the electric and phone service back up.
As for the scene of the fatality itself, can you tell me just exactly what the situation is there? Is it still an active scene? How much damage and debris is there?
We have cleared the scene, yes, sir. But the downtown area will be shut down, so we get an engineer to look at the building.
We'll pass along the identity of the man who lost his life in that tragic accident just as soon as that information has been officially released. And I'll be right back with the rest of our headlines, taking you to the scene of a multi-structure fire in Paintsville earlier today in just a moment. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Join everyone at Hope Family Medical Center and Big Sandy Healthcare in recognizing May as Mental Health Awareness Month and Melanoma Month. Hope's Kimberly Davis is there to provide individual and family behavioral health and substance abuse services to help with stress, depression, dependency, or anything impacting your health and quality of life. And Hope is there to help you prevent, detect, and live by spotting skin cancer that affects millions of Americans each year, with almost 10,000 people diagnosed every day. M stands for May, mental health and melanoma, and Hope Family Medical Center stands for you. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by for huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville. To maximize your savings, make the new digital coupon kiosk your first stop at the new IGA.
Hey Salyersville, whether you're a paper couponer or a digital couponer, we've got ways to save you money here at Salyersville IGA. After you've registered your name and phone number, the available coupons will come up on the screen, such as save $1 off IGA gallon milk, or save $1 off Kingsford charcoal, or save $2 off Tide Pods. So once you've clipped the coupons that you want, you can see which coupons are available in your digital wallet. You can sign out, and then you're ready to shop. It only takes a few seconds to sign up, and our friendly staff is always happy to help. So remember to click, shop, and save at Salyersville IGA.
The following are some pictures and some video clips from a fire, at least a 4-alarm fire from what we have learned in Paintsville earlier today on Whitten Drive, I believe it is. Paul Burchell of the W.R. Castle Fire Department tells us in the following phone interview that they responded after it was believed that a piece of equipment may have overheated or malfunctioned, setting essentially a workshop/warehouse on fire. That fire spreading to other structures owned by Jack, I'm told, and Linda Pride of Paintsville.
As 11:43 this morning, we received a call of a warehouse fire. Gentleman made wood cabinets out of it, and it was on fire close to his residence and another two-story structure. When the W.R. Castle Fire Department arrived on the scene, both of the surrounding structures were starting to catch on fire, and it did spread to one other structure. Firefighters was able to go inside and knock that down, and it still did receive a lot of heavy smoke and water damage. We requested assistance from Paintsville Fire Department, Oil Springs, and Rock House Fire Departments, and had several on standby due to 3 structures on fire at one time.
How many were actually destroyed, and then how many were actually damaged?
One was totally destroyed. The other one received heat and damage, the siding, and one other one is it's completely destroyed as far as smoke and water damage, but the structure's still there, and he was able to save. It was a recording studio, and he was able to save a lot of stuff in that residence.
Did I believe it's Jack and Linda Pride, the homeowners, did they give you an indication as to where they were, or when it started, or how it may have began?
When they started, they was at the residence. He was using an air compressor and to paint the side of the house, and we feel that the fire department feels that it was in that area of origin where the air compressor was where it started.
Here in McGoffin County, local authorities are asking for your help in finding a man that they were in the process of obtaining warrants for earlier today in regards to the following chase that happened last night. It was initiated by McGoffin County Sheriff's Deputy here in Sagersville. That chase continued on 460 West onto Route 30 onto the Mountain Parkway and ended on Gifford Road at the end of the exit after the suspect crashed the sports car into the guardrail and then fled the scene, leaving his injured female passenger behind. Sheriff's Deputy Brian Tipton told me while I was on the scene last night that he tried to make a traffic stop on West Maple Street near the Sagersville Speedway for a vehicle in which the tags or license plate was dead and not valid, and after the vehicle crossed the double yellow line on at least one occasion. He got behind the vehicle and initiated a traffic stop with his lights, and the vehicle was traveling at a slow rate of speed for quite some time, even giving a signal on a couple of occasions as if it was going to pull over. However, once the vehicle in question, that you'll see in just a few moments, reached the Route 30 area and crossed the Colony Farm Bridge, it took off at a very high rate of speed, went on to the Mountain Parkway, then got off at the Gifford Road exit. In fact, before that, however, the driver had turned off the lights of the vehicle, and the officer giving pursuit was unable to see the car turn on to the Gifford Road exit until he saw the lights come back on. The officer was able to make a U-turn and come up the other side of the Gifford ramp, and this is what he found when he got there, that the Dodge Challenger had hit the guardrail head on, and that the driver had fled on foot, leaving the female passenger and owner of the vehicle behind for rescue and emergency personnel to tend to upon their arrival. She did suffer injuries and was taken to the hospital by ambulance and is not facing any charges that we're aware of related to the incident. However, the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Carson Montgomery, confirmed to me earlier today that they were in the process of obtaining warrants for the man that they know to be the driver, based on prior contact with the officer and statements from the injured female who said that 31-year-old Anthony D. Saylor was the one behind the wheel of that vehicle. It's believed that Saylor may have fled for a variety of reasons, including the fact that he had at least three outstanding warrants in his name from prior incidents and offenses. Authorities searched the vehicle and impounded it for further evidence, trying to determine if some items and electronics in the car may have been stolen. The sheriff says that they will be charging Saylor with several felony charges related to last night's events, and that he also says one of the outstanding warrants already against Saylor is for a similar incident that happened in McGoffin County about a month ago, in which a traffic stop was initiated on a vehicle, a different vehicle that Saylor was said to be driving with the same female as a passenger, in which Saylor pulled into a driveway and jumped and fled that vehicle, and eluded police on foot on that occasion as well. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Anthony Saylor, you are asked to call the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department at 349-2914. As soon as there's more information and an update on that case, I'll have that for you. You can also expect to possibly see more in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. I'll be right back. Great and feel great with the very best in Versa Spa Spray Tanning and 6 of the most modern tanning beds in the business, including their 7-minute stand-up bed and 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs at Tropical Isle in Sagersville and Prestonsburg. And till the end of May, get 20% off of tanning packages. Come in or call today at Tropical Isle Tanning in Sagersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week. The seasonal shop is simply wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, filled with new arrivals and more coming every day. Natural Life is in the store. It's a fun, uplifting brand of t-shirts, headbands, air fresheners, mugs, and more. And they've always got the latest and greatest designs from Simply Southern, including their new line of drinkware for hot or cold. And the women's spring and summer collections are simply amazing and ready to get you ready for the beautiful weather head to toe. And come in and check out their rewards program. Free local delivery. They'll ship it to you. They're now accepting PayPal, and they've always got baby and wedding registry at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
At Parkway Gun and Pawn, out the door means taxes and a box of shells are included, and all these specials are out the door prices. So you can pick from these Heritage Arms 22 revolvers, $149 out the door, or this one for $139. This Judge shoots 45 long Colts and 4 10 shells, and it's out the door for $449. 9mm semi-automatics as low as $219, all just in and soon to be gone at Parkway Gun and Pawn. With all of the late-breaking news this afternoon, I was unable to get tonight's community calendar together. We do have, however, one funeral service announcement that I want to pass along, and I do have some birthdays and other announcements that came in for today. With your understanding, we'll hold those until tomorrow. But tonight, I have learned of the passing of 64-year-old Timmy L. Salyer of Patchell Salyer Road. He passed away yesterday, the son of Patchell Salyer and the late May Salyer. Besides his father, Timmy is survived by his wife, Kathy Cole Salyer, sons Timothy James and Jeffrey Lee Salyer, and daughters Amanda Mann and Marcia Reisner. Funeral services for him have been set. Visitation begins at 5 o'clock tomorrow, and prior to Friday morning's services, they will begin at 11, all from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. So with that, we're going to try to go out on a good note. The weather forecast being one of the last items of business, so that might be a bit of a stretch. We're going to a good note right now with our next headline, and that is in taking you to the Magoffin County High School. A 138-student graduating class will cross the stage in their caps and gowns this Friday during the graduation ceremonies at the Magoffin County High School. But the majority of the class of 2019 accepted their earnings as they have worked for every bit of them last night during awards night, honoring them and rewarding them for their academic and athletic commitments with scholarships and awards totaling literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. Colleges and community representatives from all over Magoffin County and the state recognized and handed out scholarships and awards to the class of 2019, with everything from local cash awards to full rides to various state universities. To myself and to educators, I am sure the biggest night of the year, seeing all of the payoffs and rewards for all of their hard work and dedication to their education, whether it be college ready or career ready or just life ready.
We're always pleased this time of year. It's exciting to see students get rewarded and awarded for hard work and for a body of work. 4 years of high school, and we've had a lot of successful students this year, so we're really pleased with all of them. I was just sitting there thinking that while some of them may have received more than others, it does take everyone, and everyone has their own talents and their own gifts that they bring to the table, and that's really what makes the world go round. So it's just good to look out and see kids in different career pathways, academic awards. It takes everybody, and I believe we had a good variety of that tonight.
One area where there wasn't any variety was the GPA for the salutatorian and the valedictorian. They both achieved the maximum 4.78 weighted GPA. The only separation between them was their ACT scores, and as a result, these two seniors represented Magoffin County's highest academics.
The salutatorian of the class of 2019 is Keenan Conley. Keenan is the son of Paul Douglas and Laura Lee Conley and Rhonda Conley. Keenan plans to attend Morehead State University in the fall. The valedictorian of the class of 2019 is Jay McDaniel. Jay is the son of Brian and Mary Jane McDaniel. Jay plans to attend the University of Kentucky.
So definitely I'd like to thank my teachers for always believing in me. These past 4 years have been a difficult ride, certainly for me. I think it just takes hard work and dedication to be in my spot. So I definitely want to have the support of my teachers behind me and my parents for always pushing me and always wanting me to do my best. So that's really where my drive or ambition comes from to be where I am today.
I plan to attend the University of Kentucky, major in chemical engineering, and go into medicine.
So what and who besides yourself have driven you to be a valedictorian and achieve so well?
My parents, family, and teachers have very much driven me to be valedictorian and encouraged me along the way.
How much work have you had to put into it?
Quite a bit. I can't describe it. It's such an unbelievable achievement.
And school administrators say they're very proud of the always changing and challenging curriculum that they are able to offer over the past several years at the Magafa County High School.
We've been able to offer a new career pathway in the criminology, and we saw a lot of those students tonight that have FEMA certifications now and are career ready because of that. That was pleasing to see that actually in action now, and then to see the new AP courses and science and so forth that we've been able to offer since we've been in the new building. It's pleasing to know that we're doing things that will help them in the future.
And while everyone is extending best wishes for nothing less than the very best and brightest of futures for all of these students, they'll be saying goodbye to one of their classmates who has been a greatly cherished part of the class of 2019, thanks to the hospitality of a local family, Marie Pruitt and her family, who again hosted a foreign exchange student, one that has made friends everywhere he has gone. Just describe this year, what it's been like for you, how much fun you had.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty fun though, because with friends and like family support you, we have a lot of opportunity to participate in those like track team or basketball team. I think those are so precious to me though. Yeah, and senior trip is pretty good. Yeah, it was an amazing trip with friends. Actually, just this year's full of fun with friends. Yeah, I think that's all that matters. Yeah.
And these are just a few of the amazing stories that we've been able to share of this year's graduating class, which had 6 athletes sign college scholarships, 2 students signing up and leaving soon for the National Guard, all of which we wish to congratulate and wish the very best. So that leaves 2 quick items of business, and once again, no time to generate any graphics or your standard forecast for you. The good news is that the cold front that's been coming through, and of course is responsible for that death in Prestonsburg and a lot of down trees and other issues, is moving on through, and we're simply expecting nothing more than scattered showers before midnight, isolated showers after 5 a.m. or so, mostly cloudy, and a low of around 66. Tomorrow, some more isolated showers, partly sunny, I think, in the afternoon. We should see about 82 for your Thursday. West-southwesterly winds anywhere from 5 to 20 miles per hour, maybe a quarter of an inch, maybe a half an inch at the really extreme level of things. I think it's going to be closer to a quarter for anyone. Tomorrow night, a low of 63. Friday, we're talking about 75 and mostly cloudy. And Saturday for your weekend, we're still looking at temperatures right around 81. Sunday, back down into the 70s will fall, and I'll have much more time to tell you much more about that tomorrow, and very little time to tell you about a whole lot what's happening in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. The summer feeding program, a very important service to the kids of Magafa County and Sagersville. More on the police chase, as we're hoping to add some more details in addition to my report tonight. More on the bridge closure, fiscal court honoring our local heroes and how they're doing that with bridges and county roads. This District 10 rodeo and a Magafa County man is named champion. Free fishing weekend is coming up. In the old page, we'll go back to the Sagersville High School Band back in 1966. That should be a good, interesting read. Of course, our historical page brought to you weekly by Grover Arnott, attorney at law, just across the way. And that's just getting started, but that's all I have time for this evening. So pick up a paper tomorrow if you can. The newest edition of the Sagersville Independent, and we'll hope to see you back here tomorrow night for more of your news today. Thanks for watching.